Welcome to the Prepper Almanac. Thank you for joining us today. Today we are going to discuss 29 ways a prepper can use eggshells off-grid. Yes, eggshells. Eggs are a staple in many kitchens, and as a result, we tend to produce a lot of eggshells. But before you toss those eggshells into the trash, consider the myriad of ways you can reuse them. From garden composting to home decor projects, there are plenty of off-grid uses for your eggshells that won't break the bank or require any special tools. Before you do anything with your leftover eggshells, you need to know how to prepare them properly. The first step is, of course, to collect your eggshells. Start by saving them in a container until you have a decent amount. Rinse them out a bit to remove any excess egg that may be inside. Once you have collected enough eggshells, it's time to bake them. Preheat your oven to 350 degrees Fahrenheit. Place your eggshells on a baking sheet and bake them for about 10 minutes. This will help to sterilize the eggshells and also make them easier to crush. Once they're cool, use a mortar and pestle or a food processor to crush them up into small pieces, if you need them crushed for your intended use. You want your eggshells to be as fine as possible so that they will break down quickly in your garden. The eggshells will slowly release calcium into the soil, which will help your plants grow strong and healthy. If you have any eggshells left over, store them in an airtight container for later use. Now let's discuss 29 off-grid uses for eggshells, and please note we have some links to prepper supplies in the description below that you might want to check out. 1. Feed them to your chickens. Besides being a good source of calcium, eggshells provide minerals like potassium and magnesium that are beneficial to chickens. To prepare them for your birds, crush the eggshells into small pieces and allow them to dry thoroughly. 2. Put them in the compost pile. Eggshells are a great addition to the compost pile because they decompose quickly and add calcium to the soil. Calcium is crucial for root growth and can help balance the pH level of the compost. When using in the compost pile, ensure that you crush the shells to small pieces or blend them to speed up their rate of decay. 3. Add to your tomatoes. Tomatoes are heavy feeders of calcium, and eggshells can help provide this mineral to the soil around the plant over time. Some people say that eggshells can prevent blossom end rot. While eggshells do provide helpful organic matter, they don't actually address this disease as a quick fix. That said, they are still helpful for tomato plants. Crush a few eggshells and sprinkle them around the base of your tomato plants. 4. Use them to nourish water kefir. Water kefir needs minerals to thrive, and eggshells can provide important ones such as calcium and magnesium. Before using them in water kefir, rinse out eggshells thoroughly and bake in the oven at a low temperature until they are fully dried. Once dry, crush them into fine pieces and add them to the fermented water. 5. Start seedlings in the shells. Eggshells can be used as natural seedling starters because they are biodegradable and nutrient-rich. Fill the cracked eggshells with soil and add the seeds, then place the shells in a tray with a good drainage system. When the seedlings are ready, transplant the shells into the garden bed, and wow your visitors with your unique technique. 6. Sharpen your knives. If you're off the grid, you may not always have access to a knife sharpener. But did you know that eggshells are abrasive enough to sharpen dull knives? All you need to do is grab a handful of clean and dry eggshells, crush them into small pieces and then simply run the blades through the shells. Rinse off the blades, and your knives are now sharp and ready for action. 7. Clean your garbage disposal. If you have a garbage disposal unit, you'll know that it can get pretty stinky, especially when it hasn't been cleaned in a while. Rather than using harsh chemicals, you can simply use eggshells to clean and deodorize your garbage disposal. Drop a handful of crushed eggshells down your sink and let your garbage disposal run for a few seconds. 8. Make your own Sterno fuel. For all you off-gridders and preppers out there, Sterno fuel might be an essential part of your supplies. Instead of buying it, why not make your own using eggshells? All you need to do is crush some eggshells into powder, mix in some rubbing alcohol, and let it sit for a couple of days until the alcohol evaporates. 9. Boost your laundry detergent. Eggshells may not be able to replace your laundry detergent, but they can definitely help boost its cleaning power. Simply fill up a mesh laundry bag with crushed eggshells and toss it into the washing machine along with your laundry. The eggshells will help to break down dirt and grime while also aiding in softening the water, which in turn helps your laundry detergent perform better. 10. Use the membrane as a natural bandage. If you somehow end up with a small cut or burn while off the grid, eggshells can come in handy as a natural bandage. The thin membrane that lines the inside of eggshells is made up of protein, which makes it an excellent natural adhesive. Simply peel off the membrane and cover the wound with it. The membrane will stick to the skin and help to protect the wound from infection while also promoting healing. 11. Sprinkle around the garden as a pest deterrent. If you're looking for an eco-friendly way to keep away pesky pests from your garden or patio area, look no further than your leftover eggshells. Place crushed eggshells around any areas where pests might be entering, and they should act as an effective repellent without harming beneficial bugs like ladybugs or bees. 12. Add to beef broth for more calcium. Beef broth is a great source of protein and nutrients, but using eggshells can make it an even richer source of calcium. All you need to do is rinse the eggshells and crush them into small pieces. Add the crushed eggshells to the beef broth while it's simmering and allow it to cook for 6 to 8 hours. 13. Make a DIY calcium supplement for your own health. Calcium is essential for our bones and teeth, but supplements sold in stores can be expensive. The good news is, you can make your own calcium supplement at home using eggshells. Rinse the eggshells and dry them out in the sun or oven. Once dried, crush the eggshells into a fine powder using a blender or mortar and pestle. 14. Make a fertilizer with fish emulsion. Eggshells are rich in calcium, magnesium, and phosphorus, making it an excellent addition to your homemade fertilizer. To create your fertilizer, you will need to grind your eggshells into a fine powder and mix it with fish emulsion. This mix is perfect for fertilizing your plants and vegetables, ensuring that they will grow healthy and strong. 15. Reduce the impacts of peach tree leaf curl. Peach leaf curl is a fungal disease that can damage fruit trees, including peaches. If left untreated, the disease can cause significant damage to the leaves and fruit, and may even result in the tree's death. You can use eggshells to help reduce the impact of peach tree leaf curl by crushing the eggshells and sprinkling the shells around the base of your peach trees. The eggshells will provide a good source of calcium for the trees, helping them to be more resistant to fungal infections. 16. Heal blisters. Blisters are a common foot ailment for outdoor enthusiasts, hikers, and off-grid dwellers. Luckily, you don't have to go for expensive blister treatments when you have eggshells at home. Crush some eggshells and wrap them in gauze, then place them on your blistered area. The eggshells help in absorbing moisture and reducing friction, which speeds up healing. 17. Eliminate dental pain. Dental pain can be excruciating, but you don't have to suffer through it. In moments when you're unable to access dental care, eggshells come in handy. Eggshells contain several minerals, including calcium, magnesium, and potassium, which help to heal tooth cavities and eliminate pain. 18. Filter and clarify homemade wine. Off-grid living means you're responsible for sourcing and making your own wine. Nothing beats the good feeling you get when you sip a glass of wine that you made from scratch. However, homemade wine is usually cloudy and can appear unappealing. Eggshells can help you clarify your homemade wine. Crush some eggshells and add them to your wine. The eggshells will combine with the impurities and sediment, which will then sink to the bottom, leaving you with clear, crisp wine. 19. Scrub pots and pans. Cleaning kitchenware can be an arduous task, especially when you don't have running water. Rather than using harsh chemicals, you can use ground-up eggshells to scrub your pots and pans. Eggshells have a mildly abrasive texture that removes grime and residue stuck on your kitchenware. 20. Boil in your coffee. If you're an avid coffee drinker, add some eggshells to your coffee's boiling water. The shells help to neutralize the acid in your coffee, making it less bitter. 21. Balance pH in your aquaponics garden. Many aquaponics enthusiasts struggle with maintaining proper pH levels in their garden water. Eggshells are naturally alkaline and can aid in balancing the pH levels of the water. 22. Give them to your worm farm. If you have a worm farm, eggshells can be used as food and bedding. Crush them and mix them with the worm castings, and your worms will thank you for the healthy environment you've created for them. 23. Prevent deer from getting into the garden. If you're tired of deer ravaging your garden, try using crushed eggshells to deter them. The sharp, jagged edges of the eggshells irritate the deer's feet, making them avoid your garden altogether. 24. Repel cats. Cats are notorious for digging up and destroying gardens. Fortunately, by adding eggshells to the soil, you could deter these feline intruders. Cats don't like the rough texture of the eggshells and will stay away from your garden. 25. Treat itchy skin. Do you suffer from itchy skin or rashes? Eggshells could save the day. There are many recipes online, but I'll leave a link in the description below for some recipes. 26. Use them to clean the sink. Eggshells can be used as a natural abrasive to clean the sink without using harsh chemicals. Simply pulverize the eggshells and mix them with a little bit of soap, then use the mixture to scrub the sink. The eggshells leave your sink sparkling without scratching the surface. 27. Burn them in the chimney to enhance wood ash. If you have a wood-burning fireplace or stove, throw some pulverized eggshells into the fire. The eggshells contain a fair amount of calcium, which can enrich the soil acidity level in the wood ash. 28. Prevent pet diarrhea. Eggshells contain minerals like calcium carbonate, which aid in regulating digestion in dogs and cats. 29. Eat them up. By boiling eggshells for a few minutes, removing the inner skin, and then pulverizing them, you can add the emulsified and calcium-rich eggshells to your food. The eggshells will help provide a source of calcium for the body, especially for those who have a vegetarian diet. Final thoughts. Don't throw out those empty eggshells just yet, there are plenty of off-grid uses for them for a prepper. So next time you crack open an egg, consider all the possibilities before tossing those shells out. As we wrap up today's video, if you have any questions or if there are any topics that you would like discussed in the future, let us know in the comments section below. And be sure to subscribe to the channel to learn more about prepping and share the video with others that may have a passion for prepping or are curious about prepping in general. And lastly, we have put some links to some other prepper supplies that you might want to check out in the description below. Thanks for watching the Prepper Almanac.